Ever wondered how nations, truly secure their energy supply against those sudden global shocks?
Hmm,
Well, India is making a monumental kind of innovative move that could really redefine its energy security.
definitely looks that way.
Today, we're diving into India's first ever private sector Strategic Petroleum Reserve, or SPR.
Yep.
We've pulled together recent reports, the Times of India, the Economic Times, Money Control,
Hmm.
to uncover the scale, the significance, and maybe some surprising bits about this project for you.
And our mission really is to connect those dots, offer you key insights into not just what's happening, but why. Why this specific blend of private money and national strategy might actually be a game changer.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Megha Engineering and Infrastructures Ltd.
Yeah.
They've clinched a massive contract. We're talking Rs 5,700 crore
Huge number.
to build and operate a 2.5 million metric tons private SPR down in Padur, Karnataka.
Right.
And beyond just building it, this is where it gets really interesting for me. There's another estimated $1.25 billion. That's what roughly Rs 11,020 crore. Just for the crude oil to fill it, that makes this the single biggest private investment in India's energy security infrastructure so far.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is the long-term view. This isn't, a quick fix.
No.
The facility has a 5-year construction timeline, sure, but then a 60-year operational term. 60 years.
Wow, yeah.
It really highlights this isn't just building storage. It's about setting up a sort of multi-generational strategic asset designed to anchor India's energy future.
So, okay, why is this reserve so critical for India right now? You hear 2.5 MMT, and maybe compared to the US or China doesn't sound like.
That's a really vital question because currently India's own strategic reserves are about 5.33 MMT,
Okay.
which at full capacity gives them maybe 8 to 9 days of crude supply cover.
Only 8 to 9 days.
Exactly. Now compare that to the US, 727 million barrels, or China, estimated maybe 1,200 million barrels. India is, well, significantly behind.
Big difference.
Yeah. So this new 2.5 MMT reserve, it substantially boosts that capacity. It adds a much-needed buffer, moves India from being purely reactive to maybe a bit more proactive if a crisis hits. If you connect that to the bigger picture, it directly tackles a vulnerability they've had for a while, especially with the economy growing so fast.
That difference really does highlight the urgency. But, okay, moving from vulnerability to solution.
Mm.
How does a private company actually step in to manage something so, well, strategic, like a national oil reserve? Some listeners might be thinking, wait, what?
Yeah, it raises an important question about the model, doesn't it? And trust.
Right.
So the state-owned Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Ltd, ISPRL, they managed the bidding. And the focus was on something called a viability gap funding, or VGF.
VGF, okay.
Basically, the government helps bridge part of the funding gap to make it commercially viable for a private player. Mega's bid came in just under the cap, which was 60% of the project value, Rs 3,420 crore. And to help make it happen, ISPRL provides the land 214 acres free of cost. Plus, the deal requires Megha to partially fill the cavern, ensuring that emergency preparedness goal is met right alongside the commercial side.
Okay, so it's intertwined. But then how does Mega make its money back on this huge investment? And what safeguards are there to make sure the national interest always comes first?
Good questions. Mega's revenue comes mainly from leasing storage space, either to the government itself or maybe other oil companies.
Right, leasing.
Beyond that, they also get commercial freedom to trade the crude oil they store. So they're acting like a commercial operator, too.
Okay, so leasing is steady, trading, maybe higher risk.
Exactly. Leasing's the stable part, trading has market volatility, but crucially, the government always keeps priority access to that oil during emergencies.
Ah, okay, that's the key safeguard.
Absolutely. It ensures the strategic purpose is always met, even while Megha runs its commercial operations. And you have to remember, for Megha, mostly known as an EPC contractor, engineering, procurement, construction, this move into long-term asset management and commodity trading, it's a pretty significant new venture for them.
It is a leap. And it's worth remembering, this idea of private involvement in SPR. It's been talked about in India for, over a decade?
At least.
Got in-principle approval back in 2018. But yeah, it took years to actually develop a framework that worked, that could attract private money. Makes you wonder what took so long, right? Were there big hurdles, concerns maybe about handing over strategic control? It shows the complexities behind these things.
For sure. These things take time to get right.
Well, this deep dive really does reveal a bold, quite innovative move by India. using private enterprise to strengthen national security, specifically its energy future,
Mm,
building that shield against volatility.
indeed. It really underscores the adaptable ways nations are trying to secure vital resources now, moving, beyond just the traditional government-only models.
So here's something to think about. As global energy markets keep shifting and energy security becomes even more critical, what other vital national infrastructure projects maybe think about water or rare earth minerals, even advanced manufacturing, might benefit from this kind of creative blend? Private investment with strategic government oversight. And how might that actually change a nation's standing on the global stage?